We got a very long line of cars on the left, and FSD is thinking about cutting the line here. Hey guys, today we'll be driving to the movie theater in Fort Lee, New Jersey. We'll be watching the movie Mickey 17 by director Bong Joon-ho. We have a mix of some city and freeway driving with zero disengagements. Let's dive in. As always, we're starting off in Jersey City, and we're going to get FSD started by pressing the button on my steering wheel. In terms of Tesla news, we got quite a lot to cover today. This piece of news is a bit old but very relevant to FSD. Earlier this month, a group of users got access to the FSD Early Access program. If you're in this group, you get access to early features before they get widely released, and you get to provide feedback to Tesla. Unfortunately, I was not blessed by the Tesla gods, so I did not get access to this specific program. From what I read on X, it seems like the people who are getting access are people in Texas with Hardware 4 and also very big Tesla influencers. Also, those with access are required to sign an NDA, which means that they can't share any of the early features online, unfortunately. With this in mind, we haven't heard much about the Early Access program from testers. On X, I did hear from Black Tesla, a prominent FSD tester in the East Coast, that he's excited for what's coming, and he can't speak much on it, but it's fire. He's naturally being very vague, but whatever it is, it sounds exciting. If you're wondering why people in Texas got access, Robotaxi will be launching in June this year, so people are guessing that Tesla is trying to collect as much feedback and data as possible before launching the Robotaxi service. It's a bummer that I didn't get access, but this makes me super bullish about the probability of Robotaxi happening in June. Going back to the drive here, FSD needs to make a right turn soon, and it goes behind this line of cars that are also making a right turn. It's a small thing, but you gotta give FSD credit for understanding the concept of a queue. FSD does cut the line right after this, so stay tuned. So we need to get on the freeway, which is on our left-hand side, but we're stuck in the right lane at the moment. As we proceed forward, you can see that there is a very long line of cars on the left waiting to get on the freeway. I was wondering, how in the world is FSD going to follow the navigation? FSD decides to pull off the most New Jersey move possible, and it cuts in line by going in front of all these cars on the left. The drivers behind me probably weren't so happy about this move, but hey, we made it in. For the Cybertruck fans out there, Tesla just announced the long-range rear-wheel drive version. The good news is that it can have 362 miles of range. The bad news is that it's missing a ton of features like the rear light bar, tonneau cover, outlets, and the list goes on. As someone who wants to get a Cybertruck in the future, this is a bit disappointing. I do see someone possibly wanting this version for just the looks of the vehicle. You save about $10,000 for this version compared to the all-wheel drive, but most people on X feel like this version should be cheaper due to the numerous features lost. As for me, I'm going to wait until Tesla improves their battery technology before buying a Cybertruck. From what I've heard about the 4680 cell in the Cybertruck, it doesn't sound that good when it comes to range and the charging curve. I have another home in upstate New York, and it gets pretty cold up there during the winter, which kills the range of my Model 3. I also do a lot of driving up there, and there aren't that many superchargers, so I ideally want a truck that has more range to handle those specific situations. As for the next topic, Tesla just announced a list of features for their upcoming software update. I won't list out all of them, but I'll list out my favorites. Cars with the necessary hardware will finally get adaptive headlights, which means that your high beams can stay on longer by turning off individual pixels so that you're not blinding cars and people in front of you. Sentry mode will finally be able to use the B-pillar cameras. This is especially important due to the increase in vandalism lately. The dash cam viewer also will be redesigned to let you get a better view of multiple cameras. There will be an option to avoid highways, which is amazing for making FSD videos. Driving in the city is a lot more exciting when it comes to FSD content, so I'll definitely be making use of this feature. You'll also be able to keep accessory power on, so if you have a fridge plugged in and if you leave your Tesla, it'll stay on. From what I understand, this was a feature that got removed and Tesla is now bringing it back. I usually plug my Starlink Mini into my car whenever I don't have good phone signal, so this is useful for me. Which feature are you excited about from the upcoming spring update? So we got an exit coming up on the right, and I just want to highlight how well FSD is able to switch between multiple lanes. This part of the freeway is also quite convoluted. As you can see here, we have multiple cars merging into our lane. It's not a problem for full self-driving, and it's able to continue finding the exit. We also have a few vehicles on the right that are stopped on the side of the road. FSD switches to the left for a brief period to avoid them, and then it switches back to the right lane so that it can exit. So we just arrived at the movie theater in Fort Lee. For those familiar with Fort Lee, I Pick Theaters is a good place to watch movies if you want the comfiest experience. They have soft leather chairs that recline, and they even provide blankets. You can also order a meal if you're hungry. Anyways, I'm going to disengage and find parking now. Hopefully this Mickey 17 movie is good. I'm a huge fan of Robert Pattinson, so I'm looking forward to his performance. What do you guys think of today's drive? It wasn't the most exciting drive, to be honest, but we got 0 disengagements, which is always good. Let me know in the comments, and thank you guys for watching. Support the channel by purchasing my first print. This is a photo I took of the Cybercab at Tesla's store in New York City. The photo was captured with a Fujifilm X106. The print is available in various sizes on Printful.com. The link to the product is in the description. Thank you guys for your ongoing support.